Good evening, sir. Can I have a word?
Jax, are you alright?
Yeah?
You seem uncomfortable.
Yes, sir, yes. I've been poison. Manufactured record. It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've overdosed on you. Then you wake up dead one day.
Deal Castle was one of a chain of coastal artillery forts built by Henry VIII in the 1530s to protect England against the threat of invasion by Spain and France. It was designed to defend an important anchorage off the Kent coast known as the Downs, and with its flower-like shape with cylindrical bastions gave it a very wide field of fire. The castle played an active role in history. Anne of Cleves visited Deal on her way to marry Henry VIII. The castle was besieged during the Civil War and played a part in the Napoleonic Wars at the end of the 18th century. Although it remained armed, the castle was adapted by Sir John Norris and Lord Carrington during the 18th and 19th centuries to form a suitable private house for the castle's captain, which was by now an honorary position. In 1904, the War Office concluded that the castle no longer had any value either as a defence site or as a barracks, and was open to the public when the captain was not in residence. Early in the Second World War, the captain's quarters were destroyed by German bombing, forcing Deal's captain, William Birdwood, to move to Hampton Court Palace. Since then, the castle was not brought back into use as a residence, and it was restored by the government in the 1950s to form a tourist attraction. Over this time, visitors have reported sightings of a sailor, orbs of light, hearing footsteps, a floating white mist, and a soldier seen standing outside the main doors.
Okay, Ben, so how long have you been here for looking after this castle?
I've been here about 4 years looking after this site. Deal Castle was built by Henry VIII, 1539. He built a series of device forts, they're known as, from Hull all around to Wales, in a case of fearing invasion from France and Spain. Deal Castle was the central hub of the flagship castle, if you like, and was 2.5 miles long originally, with Walmer Castle at one end, Sandown at the other end, and 4 more fortresses, 2 in each bit in between each castle.
Yeah.
There was no town along this stretch, but it was a prime landing location, and so he basically wanted to wall it off. We're only a few miles away from France, you can see it on a clear day, and he wanted to wall it off in effect, and that's what he did. The castles played kind of police across this stretch of water. It's a thin part of the English Channel, and any kind of troubles or strife that were going on there, And also with the Goodwin Sands, you've got a lot of wrecks happening, so assistance there was a constant throughout their years. So we were constantly either firing on people or looking after people throughout the years. And then during the Civil War, 1648, it was under siege for 3 months. Walmer Castle was captured. Deal and Sandown held out for 3 months and were never militarily captured, although they went back into parliamentarian hands because the Royalist campaign had failed. They were never military, they're never broken into. So the original gates on the front of the castle are the original gates. They've never been broken through.
Yeah, and as we spoke earlier, the only things that we have found out is that the moat area, which we can't go into tonight because it's flooded, was used as a burial ground, but we don't know for whom or for what people were buried there.
No, and I've not heard that myself. I can understand why maybe some skeletons down there. There was siege here. No one was able to get close, and of course the moat was designed to be a killing field. It was a dry moat. You've got to climb down the outer moat wall to get across that ground of no man's land to get to the castle. All the windows at the bottom of the castle are gun emplacements. So anyone crossing that land is just not got a chance, really. And so whether there are any details, we don't know enough of the details about the siege, whether people actually tried. We know they had to, for 3 months, pound it with cannon fire, and certainly whether they actually got close enough to try and scale the walls, I don't know myself. But if there was anything like that, yes, you're going to have dead people in the moat, and possibly could have just been buried there.
Ben, thanks so much for your time. Thank you.
We have 4 static night vision cameras set up in several areas. The first is on the top floor, covering the hallway of the captain's quarters and officers' mess. The second is on the ground floor living quarters, and we have placed a laser grid to cover this area. The third is on the ground floor, also covering the living quarters at the opposite end. And the 4th night vision camera is in the basement area. As we are ready to start with our investigation, we notice that a couple of lights have been left on down in the basement, so we send Jason to see the site manager Ben to turn off the lights. As we are waiting for Jason to return, I see a shadow move outside one of the windows, and we hear footsteps and running with the sound of keys jangling.
We okay, Jay? Jay?
Jason?
Who's that moving? Someone's moving. Who was that? Okay, we was waiting on Jason coming back because he's gone to see Ben to turn off the lights, and I saw a shadow walk and I heard the footsteps, but there's no one here. And that was right here. Hello? What is that running?
It's Jason.
What's going on?
For a second time we hear footsteps and running with the sound of jangling keys. We think it is Jason, but he is nowhere to be found. Here's the audio that was captured.
What is that running? What is that running?
We walk through the ground floor areas and the outside, but we can find no explanation for what has taken place. And with our static night vision cameras already filming, we check the basement camera. We can see Jason on film at the same time as we're hearing this running and the keys that are rattling. Jason returns to our location, and we are all surprised as he comes up the stairs from the basement.
Came through that way. I got lost, but I came through that way, right?
So if you was downstairs, then who was that jangling keys just there in that hallway. If you're downstairs,
Yeah.
we were just hearing someone just outside that door rattling keys and stuff, running up and down. Was that you?
No. Well, 'cause I just came from that way.
Right, so that's not you. That's what I'm trying to understand. You've come
Yeah.
up the stairs and we've been trying. Well, we saw someone move earlier, and then someone again went by there with rattling of keys. So it's not you then.
No.
Okay.
I haven't been here for the last 5 minutes.
If you and Jason go down them stairs, walk to right at the back door, which would go out onto the moat, where this so-called burial ground is, and walk the tunnel all the way round. You know what, Phil? You can hear a pin drop in this place. The way it's built with the walls in a Tudor rose, the noises just ricochet off the walls, don't they?
Yeah, it's very weird acoustics. But then the whole place is weird, the way it's constructed, it's really disorientating.
Right. Let's have a little wander.
Down there, should we go left or right?
Well, we could go anywhere. If we just find a little cushy bit.
Right, do you want to do a little start here? At this crossroad?
Yeah.
Jason and Pete enter the tunnels, and as they do so, a voice is clearly heard telling them to get out, which is picked up on the digital recorder. Whilst Jason and Pete are down in the tunnels, Phil and I make our way to the captain's quarters and officers' mess. We approach a set of stairs, and as we start to go up, we both hear movement come from up above us.
Hello? Is there anyone upstairs? Can anyone hear me up there? I've come to speak to you. I can't see a damn thing.
No, not safe. Put a torch on when we go up the stairs.
No, I'm at the top now, Phil. Hold on, Phil. 1 minute. Can you tell me what your name is, please? We've come a long way to speak to you. Are you one of the captains? Do you know William Birdwood? One of the captains that used to live here? What was that?
It's behind us.
Phil, you didn't speak, did you?
No, I didn't speak.
We both hear a disembodied voice as we reach the floor of the captain's quarters and officers' mess. The voice is also captured on the digital recorder that I am holding, saying, "Get off my floor now." Here's the enhanced audio. What was that?
It's behind us.
What was that?
It's behind us.
Phil, you didn't speak, did you?
No, I didn't speak.
Is anyone here with us? Can you make a noise for us? How many people are in here? I can't even see a thing in here.
Come on, I'll tell you if anything's there.
How many people used to stay here?
There's something behind me.
Can you come towards us?
Jason and Pete are receiving several EVPs from inside the tunnels. Here's the audio enhanced.
Can you come towards us? Can you come towards us?
I can't see a thing, Phil. What's in front of me there?
You're talking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you on one of these walls? There's many pictures of all the captains and generals that used to live here, work here, some even fought here. Is your picture on this wall? If so, which one are you?
Good evening, sir. Can I have a word? I need to speak to you, Captain. Which captain are you? You're probably wondering what we're doing in your quarters. We come to talk to you, if that's possible. Can you spare me 5 minutes of your time? Are you one of these gentlemen who's on the wall? I imagine you probably are if you're here. Was this your home? Or was this somewhere as captain of Deal that you came to work? Perhaps you're not the captain. Perhaps you're somebody else, somebody who worked here. Perhaps a soldier. Just saw an orb, Jeff. Right above that doorway up there. Up here, and straight across. Thank you, was that you? Can you do that again? You've been here for many years. Tell me, what year is it?
Something's touching me on my back, Phil.
Okay.
Right now.
This camera. Okay.
On my back. I've got something on my back. Something's on my back.
Okay.
I can still feel it. Is there something moving on my back?
Not that I can see. Whereabouts? The bottom, the back or top?
In the middle. I can feel it still now, it's moving. Something's moving.
Yeah, something is moving. Okay, it's fine.
Did you see it move?
I believe so, yes. Difficult on this little screen.
I feel something touching the centre of my back. I am standing perfectly still and not moving an inch as my t-shirt gets pulled.
Is there something moving on my back?
Not that I can see. Whereabouts? The bottom, the back or top?
In the middle. Is there something moving on my back?
Not that I can see. Not that I can see.
Hang a minute.
Water.
Is that water on the floor?
Yeah.
There's stairs there.
Go on you first.
No, I've got my favourite trainers on.
Got your favourite trainers on? You can always take them off.
Hang on a minute, it's not even deep. You gonna come, yeah?
Pardon?
You gonna come?
Yeah.
It's not deep, just be careful. Are you trapped in this castle? Are we just walking? What? These are one long tunnels, you know.
We go around the whole, don't we? It's a big circle.
Or we just walked in a circle.
No, there's a just after we enter the tunnel, there's a sign saying something about flooding. When we pass that, we've gone too far.
Oh, hang on. Yep, got it. I think. Yeah.
It's facing the other way. It's facing that way.
So we're going the right way, yeah?
Jace. Are you alright?
Yeah?
You seem uncomfortable.
No, I'm fine.
You seem like you want to leave.
Hey?
This is book,
Yeah. Right, S. Right.
take mine.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Which war did you fight in? Who did you fight against? What was that?
3 loud thumps come from next to me, and it can be felt by Phil and I as it vibrates through the floor.
Who did you fight against? Who did you fight against? What was that?
We won't be making our way down that way because it's a dead end. Hello? Can you hear me? We'd like to have a talk with you. Is it possible you can tell us what your name is? Is there anyone here that used to work here in the laundry room? I see there's one of these original machines here. Did you used to work here? Is there something you can do to let us know you're here? There's plenty of things that you can knock on, move.
During the siege, were you here then? Were you stuck in here with water from the well and food supplies, food rations running low, being bombarded with cannon fire? Were you English troops? Or were you mercenaries? What made you surrender? Did you run out of hope or food? Or perhaps you reached a political solution. Come and tell us. I mean, you can't be scared of us. If you were here in this castle, being surrounded and stuck in here, that must have been terrifying. You can't possibly be scared of three guys standing here now.
A voice responds to Phil, telling him to take back what he has just said. Here's the enhanced audio. We made our way back through the basement towards the stairwell, which takes us up to the ground floor, and as we start to climb the stairs, a huge loud noise is heard coming from above us. The loud noise that we hear is recorded on our static night vision camera on the ground floor where we have our laser grid set up. You will hear the loud noise, and then our laser grid is broken by which looks like a human-shaped figure as it moves past. Here is the footage with several enhancements.